Oh, well, would you look at that? I am back. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It feels good. I have been waiting for this moment for quite some time. I have. I really have. As you guys can see, I have been super busy. As you can see, I've had a lot of things that have happened, a lot of things that I have learned, a lot of things that I have been doing. Some of you have seen some of that through social media. I tried to stay as relevant as I could, but it's tough out there, guys. It is tough. So today, November the 20th, we try something a little different today. We bring back a fan favorite. I've been getting messages. I've been asked multiple times, when are you going to bring the show back? And I'm here to let you know that we're officially back. But maybe not in the way that you may think that we are back. See, this show is going to have all your favorite stuff. It's going to have your DJ topics. It's going to have equipment topics. It's going to have all kind of topics on here. But I had a thought that when I put this room together, that I may even jump on the decks and do a show like that, where I talk to you while I'm on the decks. I had a thought that maybe when I'm in a different location, that I still do the show, so I have a portable setup that I can take and do the show with. So I'm just going to try to put more effort into relaying tips, tricks, thoughts, and everything. But I'm not going to have any type of structure to the show. Like before, I felt like I was very, very structured. We talked about gig logs and gigs and YouTube, and we're still going to talk about all that stuff. But I mean, I don't know if you guys like that or not. I don't know if you like the fact that I showed you what happened at a gig. I don't know. I think when we started hitting topics is usually when we got the most interaction. So I feel like the show should have more interaction. So giving you guys more of the floor and talking to you, and not just about equipment, because I'm not the best equipment guy ever. I am still learning. I mean, putting this room together right here is me learning. It is flat out me learning and nothing more. I've learned a lot of this stuff. I took everything from the podcast room and I put it in what I would consider the DJ room. Okay. I've got, almost like studio style lights up here. I've got a big globe light up here. I've got everything back here. The same backdrop that I had before is on this wall that's right over here. So that other room is pretty much empty. I just wanted one room to be able to do everything in. Do everything. So I think it's going to be great. I'm going to give my fiance the other room over there, and she's going to handle all of that with her work stuff. So that'll be that. Let's see who's in the building, man, because, a lot of you guys, I sure hope you're here. I mean, as many times as you guys ask me to bring the show back, I sure hope that you are here now. I've been trying to advertise for it as much as I can to let you know what's happening and what's going on. But before I get into some stuff, let's welcome some people in. DJ KP, I think you put up a comment and everything before the show even started. So thank you for that. Appreciate you. DJ Breeze. Appreciate that. DJ James King, look at you. I hope I was inspiration to get you started with that show. You've come a long way, man. I remember talking to you before, and you were just starting gig logs, and now you have your own show. So kudos to you. DJ Breeze. Yeah, I wish that was my house. That was definitely a venue. And that intro will continue to update. I had a thought about it. Every time I fly a drone somewhere, not only am I going to get vertical content, but I'm going to get the widescreen content as well, and just chop it up a little bit and add it to this, so there are more scenes of drone footage at the beginning. I felt like that was just an easy way to kind of bring you guys in, but I worked really hard on that second part where it showed gigs, and then look, I don't know how to do any of that, so that's why I say I worked super hard to get that to come up like that. So that's good. Benny Blanco, time for you to wake up, man. You're gonna have to wake up, bro. Christmas come early. The more the merrier. All right. If you're in here and you want to, comment, please feel free to do so. I should be able to see it and put you up on the screen and talk about it. We also got a poll going on in the chat. If you're on YouTube, definitely take advantage of the poll that's on there and put a like on the video if you have to leave. But let's talk what's been going on. Let's catch you guys up on some stuff. So first of all, me and Mike have been killing it in 2025. I think the last time that I had a show with you guys was back in February. And since then, we have been just nonstop. We have done some very creative gigs. We've done some very tough gigs. We've, big emphasis on tough. But we have done some, we did a back-to-back gig where they had what's called dueling DJs. And that was for one of our other vendors. They wanted us to be able to just kind of feed off of each other and play music. So that was pretty cool. That was actually one of the first times that I actually got to see Mike DJ live. So that was nice. That was different. Let's see. We've played in big arenas. We got big arenas coming up here. I say that because the biggest arena that we have here in South Carolina, we played in it in August, and we'll be right back there next month for that. For another gig. We picked up some big company parties this year, so that's going to be great. The weddings have been going pretty good. If you follow me on Instagram, you have been seeing the reels. I've been trying my best to put out vertical content, and I felt like I did a pretty good job of giving a mixture of different styles of content. And I myself, we got a little bit of reward back for that, not money wise, but just as in viewership wise. But I expect to keep going with that. I shot 2 reels yesterday. So I've edited, I can't even say the word. I edited them, and they are, ready to go for whenever I'm ready to put them out. And I've also hired an assistant. Not an assistant to run the business. I still keep full tabs on the business, but I hired an assistant. I got my man Ricky, who was up from Florida. Him and his family moved up here, and he agreed to kind of be the assistant out at these functions. So you should probably see him either in, gigs or stories or reels. He is the one capturing all that footage while I'm DJing. So that should be pretty interesting. I haven't had one of those in quite some time, so should be able to capture some more great content for you guys coming up. What else has been going on? Trying to see if I caught everything. October was an insane month. Slammed just all the way. I did figure out that I was having an issue with my knees when I do more gigs like that. So it looks like I may have to start cutting back on some of these gigs. I did find out that I have a knee issue for standing on concrete for way too long, and it has been butchering my knees. I tried to get a solution for it by getting some different insoles, and that has worked to a certain degree. But having Ricky, having the insoles has helped, but I'm still not out of the woods when I've got 11 gigs in a month or 8 gigs in a month. I think the healthy balance is probably 6, and as long as they're spread out pretty well, I think I'll be good if I had to do, that. But next month, I think we've got 7. We've got to knock out. So wish me luck. Wish me luck, because I'm probably going to be crippled for Christmas. Who knows? But I mean, on top of that, I'm also getting old too. I'm 44 years old here, guys. I've been doing this thing for a couple of decades now, and I didn't do myself any justice back in the day by taking care of my knees back then, but I've been standing on concrete for forever. So that's just all a part of that. James King, I feel your pain, bro. My ankles hurt so bad back to back. Yeah, it's a tough road. Let's talk about equipment wise. I've gotten some great new equipment. All of it's not fully DJ related, but some of it is. I don't have the thing where I do the slideshows and show you different pictures, but I did buy a pair of JBL SRX 815Ss. So I've got a pair of those. I had to buy the bags for them. And then I also bought 2 JBL SRX, I think it's the 915Xs, which the two subs or the 800s. I can't remember the model number, but the 2 subs that goes along with them. I got both of those for our bigger events. Lately, I've been having a lot of smaller events, but my corporate events are 300 plus. One of them is 1,000 plus. So I'll need, my system and that system. And I can tell you right now, those things sound amazing. They are heavy as hell, but they sound absolutely amazing. I love those speakers. I do not like taking them out, but I love those speakers. Love, love, love those. So be on the lookout for those in future posts. They should be coming up. Maybe these next 2 events I have will not require them, but December, they will be out more than once. So definitely be on the lookout for them. Some other stuff that's not DJ related. I got, a couple of gimbals, one for the phone and one for a camera, for another project that I am currently trying to start up. I've gotten another camera in general, as it's going to be kind of like a photography type camera, because I'm thinking about adding another layer, not doing weddings as a photography, but taking outside pictures as photography, like for kids, like schools and things like that. I'm thinking about taking on a little bit of that, but it's all in the works. I'm trying to put it all together. I haven't figured it out, but I just had a notion to try to do some stuff. The camera that I'm on right here is the camera from the other room. And then this camera right here, right there, is the camera that I'll be using for the other project that I'll be doing. What else do I have? This room, more live streaming, things of that nature. Man, so much. I mean, I haven't talked to you guys since February, so I mean, I'm trying to think of everything that I've done since February. I bought a new stand. I don't know. I might be able to put that one up. Hold on a second. I got a new stand that is for my smaller events. It is for my very, very, very small events. Let's see if I can pull this one up here. Actually, I may just have to try to show you. It would probably be easier if I tried to show you. I don't know if you can see that. But you can see it there. But for my smaller events, I mean, that's the JBL SRX right there on the floor. Just needed one. And it's just got that table that I could set the Rev 7 on. And it's pretty cool. Everything folds right up. Everything fits in the truck. I'm just trying to create instances where I don't have to bring the trailer every single time, because, sometimes it's a pain in the butt to have to go to some of these very, very small events, and you're bringing a whole trailer where there's no parking, and it's aggravating, and you got to move stuff out of the way and all that. Save the trailer for the bigger events, the weddings, corporate events, things like that. Use smaller stuff for that. So I've been trying to trim that down. What else? I told you I got a portable set up for the show, so I will be trying that eventually. I have been live streaming on Twitch when I have been doing a couple of golf tournaments. I live stream on there. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitch, make sure that you do so, because sometimes if I go live, we can still interact and everything there. And I want to do more mixes. I haven't done a mix in a while. I do have a Christmas mix that I have to do to put up for this year. And then I'll be doing some more of this type of mixing here on Twitch. So definitely follow me there if you want to catch up on that. Chin Chillin', what's good, man? What's happening? Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. So yeah, other than that, man, it's it's been 2025 has been a pretty good year for me. I'm expecting a lot of things. I don't know about you guys, but I have booked, several events, several events. 2 months have already been fully booked next year. 3 months already have 3 gigs with 1 weekend available. And so it's already ramping up. It's already ramping up. So I am truly blessed for that. No brag. It has just been going fantastic. So I look for great things in 2026. I know New Year's, Christmas, and Thanksgiving are all coming up. So I don't have a timetable for the show and everything yet, but what do you guys think about the time frame? Like, we're here at 12, you may be at work. I'm not sure, but what do you think about this time frame instead of when you get, home or everything, you're dealing with kids, dealing with family? I tried to hop on here at about 12 and do this. Now, I should have access on most Thursdays to do at 12 if you guys enjoy the time frame. So you'll just have to let me know in the chat whether or not that's cool with you. Let me get some water here. What else? I will not be doing a New Year's stream this year. You guys got me last year. That was a one and done. I will not be doing that. I'll be happy to jump on somebody else's, but I will not be doing a live stream this year. I think I officially have off that time. I'm spending it with family if I'm not streaming with somebody else. Period. Period. What else we got? What questions do you guys have for me? You can ask anything. This episode of the show really has zero structure. I just wanted to get back into it. I haven't done this since February, so I wanted to get my bearings back under me, try to get this show to be able to just be just like a chat, just more like a chat instead of this is what you should do. I've got plenty of videos out on things you should do, tips, tricks, great things. I'll still be giving some of those as I talk about the events that will be happening or that do happen. Like, if something comes up this weekend at a wedding, then of course I'll share it the next time that we're on here and we'll talk about it. But like I said, I would like for this to be more of a chat than a you should, because a lot of these comments that I'm getting on these videos and on this particular stream they're insane. It's like people have this whole other side of them. And it's not really that it's mean. It's like, is that how you perceive that? Like, the way that I put it out like that, is that how you perceive that? Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts to me in my eyes. So we'll see. But, the chat's rolling over here. Let's see. All right. So DJ Bree says, noon is good for him. To be honest, I miss old gig logs when I first started. Oh, you missed the gig logs when I did that. But look, here's the thing about gig logs. I did gig logs for so long. That's all I did. My channel barely had any other information other than gig logs. Then I tried to pivot a little bit and tried to talk about stuff. And I've got videos that I am going to make, not necessarily gig logs, but they are, updates on certain stuff. Like I've created a whole rack mount, a rolling rack mount now that I'm going to do a video on. The JBLs, I'm gonna do a video on those. I have a battery, wireless battery for my cold sparks. I'll be doing a video on those. I've got, 4 movers and everything now. Or I think I told you guys that last time. So I'll have a video on that. So I'll still be doing videos, but it won't be necessarily like gig logs, because I feel like there's enough people doing that on here. I mean, one of the things when I was sitting back and just scrolling through YouTube and I would come across a DJ's channel, sometimes I would watch it based on how much the thumbnail captures me. But when I go into it, I'm just like, and then the views are much lower. I think people get it. Like, you DJ. People are like, yeah, I get it. You're a DJ. But I think they want to know more about how the things that make you a better DJ, as far as making life easier, things you do for preparation, things to help your equipment stay, great, rather than always putting out a gig log. I just think that it would be more beneficial. I think it would be more beneficial to you for me to live stream DJ, so you can see me live do the DJ thing, live, instead of you seeing a video that you're going to watch one time and then it's over. But if it's live, we can interact. I just thought that would be a better route. But I mean, we're testing things here. All right, DJ James King, I'm struggling as well with time frames for my show. I did my first one on a Friday night from 9 to 11, and it got like 18 live viewers. Switched to Wednesday nights from 7 to 9, and it got like 6 viewers. Well, one thing I'll tell you about these live streams is that you got to find out why you want to put them out. That's one thing that I had to learn. You have to find out the reason that you're actually putting it out. Are you putting it out so you can get more people to watch you live? Or are you putting it out so that more people will watch you give them tips or give them information? If it's for the information, then the live views don't matter. You're just going live to give people an opportunity to see it first. Because, I mean, I'll give you guys some numbers here as to where I was before. This show averaged about anywhere from 18 to 30. No, well, we got up to 50 a couple times, but mainly right around 35 viewers. So 18 to 35, somewhere in that, that's where we were before I stopped. But the videos that I would take itself and the live stream that is being watched over the second time, it got, a few hundreds of views. And if you get a really good topic, then I got a few thousands of views. And that's not because of my name. That's just because I put out a topic that was relevant during that time. So I think if you're doing it for the live numbers, you're probably going to be more disappointed. Hold on 1 second. Make sure I'm still live. Live streaming is crazy. Okay, there we go. All right. If you're doing it for the live numbers, you're going to be you're going to be disappointed. I can just tell you that. You're going to be more disappointed more often because you don't know what everybody's doing. I mean, you can have 50 viewers one night and then think, oh man, next time I'm going to have 50. And you come on there and you'll have 11. People have lives. You could have a schedule, but that doesn't mean everybody's going to stop what they're doing for the schedule. So I say that to just say, you just have to figure out, what time works best for you. let people know and give them the opportunity to watch it live then, but focus more on what it's going to do afterwards. When you chop it up or repost it, because that's where it looks like I got the more value out of the live stream. I mean, I got a couple of videos that I chopped up that got 10,000 views. And that's only because I chopped it up because it was a subject that was great, but I probably had 12 people watch it live that day, which is funny, which is crazy. James King, gig blogs are dead. They have been beat to death. Yes, they have. One thing I've noticed is I never see you in the comment section on videos or live stream. Do you just lurk in the shadows, or are you just not interested? Well, it depends on the comments. Sometimes I get tired of answering the same thing over again. I'll comment initially when it comes out, but I'll give you a for instance. If a video is like 4 months old and somebody comments, I'm not going back and commenting. I probably barely even remember what was said during that time. Some people will be like, well, why didn't you do this? I'm like, bro, that video was like 5 months ago. I have no idea. So usually I will do the fresh comments. If you notice when I put out a video, if you talk to me within the first week of the video, I usually will respond back. After that week, it's like into the abyss. So if you comment on it, I'm just like, bro, that was months ago. So that's why I do that. Spin Griffey in the building. We back. Yeah, we're back, man. We're back. We're testing out some new stuff, testing out a new time, same day, different agenda. So we're just testing out some stuff, man. If you like the time frame, I'm trying to figure out the time frame that works, good for me. So I'm not, taking away from family time, taking away from anything. Cause I figure most people, either you're home or you're at work right now. That's my thought. And if you're at work and you're able to watch this with the 13 people that are in here, if you're at work and able to watch this, then kudos to you. I mean, that must mean I must hold some type of value for you to be here. Must be. So appreciate you coming through, bro. I appreciate that. James King, I'm talking about other people's channels. Oh, no, I don't do that. I don't jump on other people's channel and wild out like that. I'll give them the most I'll do is give them a thumbs up. If I really rock with your video and you've presented great value, I'll do a thumbs up. So I don't do the whole comment thing. I don't. I just don't. I don't know why. You know what? I'll give you one reason why I don't do it. I don't know. My mouth keeps getting dry. I'll give you one reason why I don't do it. Is because, I really don't. How do I say this? I really don't watch YouTube other than on my TV. So, I've got the remote control and I'm scanning through YouTube and, big TV watching it. And, I usually don't comment there. I'll do a like right there. So most of my content is consumed through my television. My phone, I don't really watch as much YouTube on that. I watch more social media as far as Facebook, Instagram, things of the sort, TikTok. But when I'm watching YouTube, for some reason, it's majority on my TV. So I usually just hit the like and keep going. Let's see. Spin Griffey. All right. Just let me know during the day is good. It's just usually this is when CT be on. Well, I mean, look, I love CT. CT is fantastic, man. His information and everything is great. But CT is always is on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, man. Like that's he can't have it every day. He can't, he can't have it every day. He's got to give me some days, right? He's got to give others some days. No, I'm not trying to go up against him or or anything. You know, CT's show will be much longer than mine ever will. Most of his shows about 2 hours. Usually I try to keep it within an hour, and then, you know, we move on from there, because I don't like to hold you up and keep you for more than I have to. Chin chillin'. Do you miss your old gigs when you first started DJing? For me, yes. I'm assuming you're asking about the style of gigs. I don't really miss the style of gigs. I don't miss my gigs back then. Sometimes when I go back and look at some of my older videos, I'm like, ooh, like, ooh. That's one good thing about videos. It'll allow you to be able to go back and just cringe. Some videos I look at, I'm like, ooh, that was nice. Maybe I should do that again. Ooh, but some of those earlier ones, no. Like I don't miss the college gigs. I don't, because it was just, man, it was such a shit show. It was just, it was so bad. It was so bad. Like I would get them moving and going, but they were just so wild. I mean, I can get that same energy at a wedding now. I truly can. So I don't miss those. I don't miss kids events either, like proms. I do not miss those. There's only one prom that I have been willing to do so far, this year and last year. I mean, and this coming up year. And it's only because it only is like 2 hours. So it's a pretty decent size setup, but it's like 2 hours and then I'm done. And that's ideal for me. I can't do those anymore. I've phased out. Let's see. I noticed all the bigger DJ channels never comment on other people's video. I can't speak for anybody else, but that's not a thing. You know what I mean? Nobody went around and say, hey, man, if your channel's huge, bro, like you should probably not say anything. I think when people like CT comment on certain things, like people, they know that CT holds value. So whatever he's speaking on, it's going to hold some weight. Sometimes he can get into a battle with somebody who disagrees. Some people are waiting for those bigger name DJs to hop on there and say something so they can come at them because they didn't answer them someplace else. So, I think if you got a larger channel or you have a show or you have something like that, and you don't want all the aggravation from that, I can definitely see why you wouldn't answer on other people's stuff. But I mean, like I said, my reasoning is just because I don't consume it on the phone. Maybe I would probably say more if I watched it on the phone, but that's just not how I watch YouTube. I mean, I do comment. I think I definitely don't comment on Facebook. No, I don't. I definitely don't do that. People are crazy on Facebook. A lot of crazies on Facebook. Lots of crazies. I probably have to say that Facebook is one of the worst places that you can comment on, for me at least. But YouTube, I probably will comment if I really rock with the video. I probably would comment. Put something like good stuff, bro. Or if I had a question, I would say something. Especially if I'm looking for an item, and you demoed it in the item. I'm hoping that you will respond if I ask it. But I've done that before. So. Let's see. DJ Jeff 1. How do you price up lights and movers or lighting in general? Great show. Thanks for being here. Hey, Jeff 1, man. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to rock with me here today. So, pricing. Well, I mean, up lighting has its own prices, and you can sit down and calculate based on the average amount of uplights you're sending out. So if I've got a case, how many do I have? 4, 6. I have 6 in each case, and I have 4. So I have 24 uplights. And you can put a dollar sign behind that and say, oh, I'm going to charge $20 an uplight. Or I'm going to charge $15 an uplight. Or I'm going to charge $35 an uplight. Or you can just say, do the math and everything in your head and just say hey, uplighting, no matter how many you get, is this price. If you get 10, it's still this price. If you don't want to deal with the headache. As far as movers and wash lighting, that automatically comes with all my packages. I don't separately price that because I feel like you have to have dance floor lighting. Like, an event without dance floor lighting is a daytime event, and people don't do nothing at a daytime event. So that's why I would say that. But that's how I think about lighting. What did you say something else? You said uplights and movers. Yeah, movers I don't charge separately for movers. It just comes as my packages, and I usually have 3 packages from them to choose from. No, he hasn't done Tuesdays in a minute. He just does Thursdays. Tuesday is actually open because Nick not doing it live anymore over there. Oh, okay. Well, look. I may switch it up. Who knows? This is a great time that works for me. Usually my schedule weekly when I'm preparing for a function, the latter part of the week is usually the easier part of the week for me. The Mondays, the Tuesdays, and the Wednesdays, either I've got Zoom calls, preparation for music, preparation for equipment. I'm getting equipment and everything back. Things like that. Like I've got a lot of stuff that happens in the beginning of the week. But towards the end of the week, I've already done all of that. So like a Thursday, and you probably won't catch me on here on a Friday. So Thursday is probably the one of the better options. And again, we were at 7 p.m. before. And again, we're just trying it out. I mean, the fact that you can see daytime in that curtain over there, that's a little different. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit, but it's all good. Jeff 1, no problem, man. No problem. So, yeah, that's why I say, look, it's okay. We're not in competition. I'm not trying to battle Cleveland. I mean, you're more than welcome to check out his show. You can check out mine. You can check out mine on repeat. You can check out his on repeat. You can check out whatever you want to. That's the great thing about content. You can consume it whenever you want to. Being live only has its perks because you can interact with the people right then and there. That's the only perk that I can see. So yeah, it's all good. I'm not here to battle him, and I'm pretty sure he would say the same thing. Because we're just in the same space. We do similar things. He's a much bigger creator than I am. And he has a larger business and stuff that I do. I mean, he's got a lot of things that go great for him. And he's able to review stuff. Like, I mean, I watch it too. I've watched his show on multiple occasions. So it's definitely cool. Let's see here. DJ Eric. I have my uplighting included in my packages. Setting up my uplights don't take that much off of time and energy. That's true. DJ Eric, just out of curiosity, how old are you? Just out of curiosity. Because that's something I used to say in my late 20s, early 30s. And then it just, when you take them out every single time and charge them every single week, it gets old. At least to me, it gets old. So that's why I put it as an option instead of you're going to get it. Like, definitely put it as an option. Definitely put it as an option. But yeah, I'm just curious on how old you are. Not to say that you're a young cat or anything like that. I'm just trying to see, if you've been offering it for years on years, or if you just started offering it, like, what's your angle and everything there. All right, let's see, try to get rid of that. Okay. 52. Okay. Kudos to you. Yeah, I don't know if that's something that I will do anytime soon. I just can't see because that's a separate case. I know it gives the room, the aesthetics, but for some reason I'm still in the mode that the client should. I mean, I know they're still paying for it as you have it in your prices, but I just feel like the client should have an option. They should have an option to be able to do so. And it's just a part of my add-ons. I only have 4 add-ons right now, and that's just stuff that's not included. So, right now for just my basic setup, you get, of course, me, dance floor lighting, ceremony, cocktail hour, and 5 hours of music. That's what you get. You get the whole thing on there. And if you don't want ceremony, still it's a package. So it's included in there whether you want it or not. If you don't want cocktail hour, it's the same thing. Still the same thing. A lot of people ask, well, why you do it that way? Well, because when you start taking stuff and itemizing it, people want you to, adjust prices and adjust this and do that stuff. It's like, no, it's there whether you get it or not. It's a full option. I mean, I'm sorry. It's a full package. It's not an option. It's not an option. Those, you can utilize it if you need it. And if you don't, it's still this. It's still this. So that's just the way that I feel like it works best. This is good though. This is I feel like I'm like right back into it. Like I haven't missed a step. Like, because you guys are asking questions, stuff is happening. Let me check the poll real quick. It says 27% of you guys like to talk about either music or lifestyle. Yeah, we could talk about music. Music is always fun. Let me tell you a couple things to the music. I don't know. Let me tell you a couple stories while I wait for more stuff to come in. So speaking of music, did anybody see Nick Spinelli's post? I don't know if he did it on Threads or if he did it in his stories, but he was talking about playing edits. And he said, I don't have a problem with playing edits, but if you play an edit and act like it was you that mixed it. And it's so funny because remember when I said that I watched other I'm sorry. I watch other DJs on their channels or just putting out gig logs, and they swear that they made that. I see it all the time. And it's absolutely crazy to me. It's crazy to me. It's like I used to play edits until I figured I can do a lot of these myself, and I can create a lot of different stuff. But it's like when I see people play that and they're like, yeah, I just mixed that. Like, no, you didn't. That was already pre-mixed. I don't even download like a whole lot of edits anymore. Also, I've completely stopped with BPM Supreme. I don't know what happened to them. I have not utilized BPM Supreme. I still got the other guys on there. And of course, they don't have the same discount stuff that they used to for me because I haven't been on that much. But I still rock with Crate Connect, Heavy Hits, Direct Music Service, and believe it or not, Amazon. Because I don't know if you guys know, but I used to tell you guys to go to Patreon. Well, I think Patreon has these guys have been offered some type of deal with another style of company, and they had to take all their edits off of their Patreon. But all of the people, every last one of the guys who I was paying at least $10 to a month for their Patreon, they stopped. They stopped. I mean, cold turkey stopped. So all I have is the guys who do some free stuff, and they don't really put edits on there anymore. So I don't have that path. That's why I was so glad that I got all the mixes that I did while I could. Because these guys, you only can get those through some streaming platforms now, like Beat Source and Crate Hackers and things of the sort. So, you know, when you have these opportunities, and I'm giving you these opportunities and telling you to go over here, I'm not just telling you for my health. I'm telling you because when they make big changes like that, not just the Patreon people, but just like these record pool companies or these record companies in general, and they make changes and say that these record pools can't hold music. Like, your library, I know, depends on some of these pools and depends on being able to get music and get new music when it comes out. And the more outlets that you have that you can find it with, the better. But if you don't, and you just kind of say, oh, I got enough music, or you don't rock with enough of these things, you're going to be left behind. You are going to be left behind. Like, I just learned this past weekend that Taylor Swift song, Something of Ophelia, I just learned that that's a huge song for girls right now. And if they're Taylor Swift fans, like that is huge. I learned that the Yukon song by Justin Bieber, when it's the TikTok version, I learned that that's a big song. These younger people like that music right now. So it's like, how you going to find that stuff? How are you going to find it if you don't subscribe to some type of record pool and just deep dive? I used to deep dive all the time. Before I even got the couple's music that I was dealing with that week, I knew I had to get their music, so I just did a deep dive before I got their music and then got their music afterwards. So I've got a lot of new stuff, new songs, new things I want to try, and I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited. Spin Griffey, I mean, we all kind of use the same music and gear. I like hearing the gig lifestyle stuff. Okay. So yeah, I kind of figured that you guys would like some lifestyle stuff. So, I think stuff like, you know, moving all this stuff and having the gear and everything in here. I think, you know, the day-to-day, the understanding of, you know, how DJs move, how people move, the opportunities, the people that you shake hands with. I think that stuff will interest you just as much as a gig log would. I definitely do. And then, of course, you can go over equipment. Like, I cannot wait to do my rack mount of my rolling rack mount. I cannot wait to show you guys that. I'm going to definitely do a video on that and go into depth on that. Because I took time and just put that together. I actually messed up the mixer that went on there and happened to find somebody on Facebook Market selling the exact same mixer for $100 cheaper than what I bought it for. And I bought it, but then I took I took my Yamaha mixer and put it on there, and now the Mackie mixer that I rebought, it is now the ceremony mixer. So many things to share, so many things to show you. Let's see, DJ Eric, I consider lighting essential unless a client specifically chooses to skip it. I price my packages so I never lose money when I include uplighting. That's dope. I like that. I like that. Spin Griffey, got to give us like a studio tour. Oh, so you guys want like a studio tour in here? Yeah, like this right here. This right here is still a work in progress. I actually moved stuff around. Like I had the table and everything here. When I first started in this room, it was long ways right here, and I had the sign right there. And then I went totally on this wall back here. So from side to side, and I had the sign over there. But then when I moved it back and wanted to kind of catty corner everything, it looks like I was going to have the most room, and because this room is really small. I mean, like I can almost touch the wall right here, but I'm not close to it over here. But I've got stuff up high. I did a good job of keeping stuff out of the frame. I did some wire management. If I can, it's so the opposite. I can't tell. I did some wire management right there. But this same camera right here is on a rolling stand, so I can lift it up, zoom in just a little bit, and it's ready to go for the live stream back there. But yeah, I'll definitely show you because I got the Cross 12s up there, SM7 as the mixer, or S7. Yeah, S7. I've got two JBL. Oh, hit my chin on that. Two JBL bookshelf speakers on each side. The old S7 is right there. You can kind of see it right through there. It's broken, so it's now just a backup piece. On one of my broadcasts, I talked about this Cross 12 over here because this Cross 12 broke or just died on me, and it was 1 month before the warranty was about to run out, and I was able to have it serviced. Cost me $80 to ship it. I was able to send it, and they sent it back to me, and then the next month the warranty ran out. So if it would have happened a month later, I just would have been shit out of luck. But the S7 didn't make that. It died on me, and that was from Guitar Center in their used section, and it broke. Not happy about that. And then my records, I got more records back here. There it is. So this is that Craze. It's not really a mixing record, but it's it's one he came out with 2 years ago, and he worked with Serato. He put a couple of mixing tools. That's what I was looking for. There's mixing tools on there if you play it with the needle. If not, it is great for practice. It is fantastic, and they are just like this light color, like teal, which is really cool. And then I got some records for my man Silver Knight. Some records that he was having on a deal, and so I bought those. And because if you don't know, these can also be record players too, just regular record players. So that's cool. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff in the studio here, and then all of this down here. Like, you guys can't see my Rodecaster right here, the Stream Deck right here, Mr. DJ right here, my Cloud Lifter right here, MacBook right here, my screen right there that I keep looking at. That's so I could see what's happening. Just stuff like that. I got a lot of stuff in here. For this room to be the size that it is, I'm really surprised as much stuff is in here. I should switch over to the phone so I can show you, but I don't want to do all that right now. We'll do another time. I'm a gear freak. I only DJ to spend money and get more gear. I'm just an electronic freak, man. Like, if I see something that's fascinating that can help me in a certain way, like, I can't wait to do a portable live stream so I can show you, how I do that, because I've actually tested it and it works beautifully. It definitely does. Like, I can go outside, be beside my fire, and go live just like I am right now. Just like I am right now. So it's pretty cool. I can't wait to do that one time. Or multiple times. Let's see. Definitely do some marketing, business type stuff. That's what I've been leaning into more with my content. Okay. I don't do a whole lot of marketing, but I can definitely go over some business stuff. I could definitely do that. I'll definitely keep that in mind. When I first started DJing, I used YouTube MP3, but you got to be careful with it because some speakers has some weak amplifiers and does not sound good. That you think it will be, that it does not sound good that you think it will, but it's not. Yeah. I stopped getting music from YouTube a while back. Like if I'm in desperation mode, maybe. But for the most part, I try to stop doing that. Try to keep off of YouTube. That's why I'm telling you about these other platforms. You definitely want to check them out. Spend the money. I mean, if you're definitely passionate about it, you're gonna have to spend a little bit of money. At least. Everything can't be free, everything can't be discounted. But it's worth it in the long run. It definitely is worth it in the long run. Separate yourself from the next guy. Them class 12s are pretty penny. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I'm still paying on them as we speak. But they will be finished by the middle of next year. I got to get my S7 repaired because the upfader issue, and apparently it's soldered itself together, and you can't do it yourself. Yeah, mine was it went into this weird mode where it wouldn't let me do anything. And then of course the upfader was, it had a short in it. Upfader had a short. So like when I would be live streaming, I would turn the music up and it would like jump up to like super loud, even though I only had it halfway up. So it had a short in it. But now we're all good. I mean, that other one is just kind of an eyesore. We're all good now though. Spin Griffey, what's up, Mr. DJ? Benny Blanco, have you updated to the new Serato? Yes, I have. And I tested it yesterday. I was back there for probably about 20, 25 minutes, just testing it, going through different things. I like it. And it's an okay update. I do like the fact that you can search while you're already in a crate. You can just hit all and search the whole library, because that used to be a pain in the ass to go all the way back up to all and then search. So now that you could do that, that helps out. I still haven't figured out the emojis next to the crates themselves. Like if I create a new crate and I want to put like it's a fire crate or like a smiley face next to the crate, it will not let me add that. And I've seen DJs have that before. And I want to add it because I like for different things to be on my screen, because sometimes you can see those better than you could see the crates, because the crates are like this brownish oranges. So like when it dims down, it's hard to see. But if you put like a fire emoji or a smiley face that's bright yellow, like it would help out a lot. It for sure would. So yes, I have. And Sunday will be my first gig with it, but I have already played with it on these guys back here. All right, what else we got here? James Key, yeah, I would love to see that portable live stream action. Yeah, I've got the, I should have brought the bag up here and showed you the few things, but basically it's this microphone on a stand that, stands up in front of you. These headphones, same headphones. I've got the Rodecaster Streamer X, which is probably like this big. And it's only got, a few buttons on there, but it also has a capture card in it. So I can run the camera straight to it, and then a USB-C out to my computer. And as long as the computer has internet, we're live streaming. I also have a light, a portable light that I can take with me also to kind of, light up my face and all that stuff. So yeah, I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to bring it out and show it to you guys. Spin Griffey, no, you said you had something on your desk called Mr. DJ. Oh yeah, right here. Oh, right here. Mr. DJ. I didn't give him a DJ name or anything like that. I just call him Mr. DJ. That way I can say, hey, Mr. DJ, like the song. Get out of here with that. Have you tried DJ Pro? Everyone keeps telling me to try, but I'm stuck in my Serato ways. No, I haven't. I keep things very simple. When I I know a lot of people use DJ Pro for like ceremonies and other things like that, but I find it still useful to just use, the Apple software on the iPad. And I just put a few songs and stuff there, and anything that needs to be queued up, I edit it in Final Cut Pro, and it's just easy. It's Bluetooth in. I don't even use I use a mixer, of course, for sound when I'm doing 2 microphones. But if I have one lapel, like this Sunday, I only have one lapel. I'm doing that setup that pretty much everybody went to, the Everse 8. I don't use a Sennheiser, but I've got an Audio Technica with the large antennas. The lapel goes out to the Efficient, and my iPad is Bluetooth in, just using the Apple software that's on there. So, no, I have not downloaded that DJ Pro thing. I haven't looked into it, anything like that. Like, I have no idea how to use it. Never seen it. I've seen it, but never used it. Let's see. DJ Eric, when you read or hear that other DJs are offering their services for a very cheap price, do you feel that will bring the industry down and devalue it? Sorry for the heavy subject. No, actually, DJ Eric, you're hitting on a subject matter that I hit on multiple times, and I've got multiple videos on this. And I think that those DJs who are undercutting to get gigs are doing the industry an injustice. I definitely feel some type of way about it. I understand that you have to make your mark and get in. I don't have a problem with that. I know you got to do it to get in. But once you get your feet in and you've got at least, 15 to 20 events under your belt, then you kind of know what you're doing after that point. So let's start raising up and get up to a standard, because it's not like they're picking you over me because you're better. They're picking you over me because you're cheaper. And I'm not here to be in competition with anybody, but if you mess up that gig, not you, Eric, of course, but Mr. Cheaper DJ, if you mess up that gig, you have created an image of me. Because it's like, I heard this one DJ, or we had this one DJ and it was awful, so I almost didn't use a DJ. Or no, I'm not going to use a DJ again because of what he said at the last one. Or no, I'm not going to use a DJ because they're overpriced. Like I got away with just using this guy. Like, things like that are affecting other DJs' business when you do that. So it's like, come up to the standard. Come up to the standard. Get there. Nobody's going to be mad at you for doing that. We're all within this certain realm. Just be within this price range, somewhere in the middle. Just be within that. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. But, those cheaper guys, they are a representation of us, unfortunately. And so we just hope that they do a good job, because it's automatically pushed on us the job that they did. We had this one DJ. I mean, you guys have heard the horror stories like that before, so it's real easy to get caught up in that. Let's see. Spin Griffey, been seeing a lot of your event stories. Are the column arrays your full-time go-to? How often are you using the point source right now? So my column arrays are my full-time go-to. But I still have my QSCs that I use in certain occasions, and now I have the JBL SRXs and the 2 subwoofers for certain occasions. So it just really depends. I've got a lot of equipment that I need to move on from. I need to redo my entire garage, because I just need to get to just the main stuff that I use, if that makes any sense. If I'm not using it or haven't used it in 6 months to a year, it's probably not bringing me any value. It's probably not. It's very occasional. Like I'll tell you right now, TVs for me is I'll almost put up my TVs, but then I got 2 gigs this year that ask whether or not I have TVs, and then I have one next month that asks me to do a TV. So I almost stopped offering TVs until I got those. So we'll give it another 365, and if I don't, by this time next year, if I haven't sold another TV as far as to a client, I probably will be moving on from TVs, because it's just a thing of the past. To me, it truly is. I know a lot of people have it in their booths, and that's cool. I just think that's one more thing that could go wrong, but it is what it is. There's a lot of factors working against you day of. It just is. All right. DJ Danny B. The cheaper DJs can have the gig. I'm not working myself to death for a cheap ass price just to get the gig. I mean, I feel you. And unfortunately, that is what's happening. And I'm just saying that just because they hold the title of DJ, they are a representation of what the client thinks of a DJ. They just are. It sucks, but they are. And that's a client that we could have provided a better service to and kept that reputation going. Every time I see in DJ idea sharing, that a client has put up, this DJ screwed me and stuff, I'm just like, man, those guys are making it so tough for us, because I can't tell you how many people or how many clients I have who don't want to pay up front for a DJ because they're scared that he won't show up. They're just flat out scared. I mean, that's why I say it happens like that. You got the scam artists, you got the cheap DJ, then you got the decent ones, and then the great ones. And those are all the elements that you're trying to convince people to pay you for. Those are definitely all those elements. So it sucks, but it's happening. That's why we're trying to just raise everybody's awareness. And I'm trying to do the best job that I can so that when you find me, I am nothing but reputable, if anything else. Sig 310, can you suggest a reliable USB-C splitter so that I can charge my phone and use the other for sound to DJ live on TikTok at the same time? I just got one. What was it on? It was a Belkin. It was a Belkin. I needed it for my MacBook Pro because my MacBook Pro only has 2 USB-Cs on the side. So I needed like 3. That's another reason it's a part of my portable setup. But Amazon has a Belkin one. It's black. I cannot remember. I think it's like $30-something, or it's black. And you can charge with it, or you can, send information and stuff to it. But it has multiple options, but it has 4 ports on them. So I would definitely look into them, but it's on Amazon, and it's a black unit, and it looks like it's got like a cord and then a box that's about this big. And it's from the company Belkin, Belkin, and it's got 4 USB-C ports. So definitely check them out on Amazon. I wish I could show you or tell you, but I don't have the information up in front of me. Maybe I'll get to a point where I'm comfortable pulling up the internet on here, but that ain't today. DJ Eric, I totally agree. It's like one bad apple spoils the bunch. Yeah, it could definitely be that way. John Colin, hey, Book, what do you consider a fair industry rate for weddings for someone in your experience level. Well, John, it's hard to answer these questions because everybody's different. One thing I will say is it is pricing is based on the area that you stay in. Okay. So pricing may be different. I don't know where you stay at. If you're in a nice area, you can probably charge, anywhere upwards from $1,000 and up. If you are in an okay area, you could probably charge anywhere from $800 and up. I think the thing that we're talking about is those guys who are just like in the decent areas and they're charging $500. Those guys are the ones that's kind of killing everything. Or not everything, most things. But I will say that you really have got to give your value and your worth. If you know you bring a big value, then you can put a big number beside your name. You truly can. Now, this is not an arrogant thing. You really have to do some soul searching here. If you've put in 20 plus years and you've gotten all kind of great reviews, you've done a lot of great stuff, and you're still clued in to the game as far as music and stuff goes. Because look, there's multiple things you have to have. You have to still be with the times. You have to have a good amount of experience. Not to say 20 years has to be it, but if you got a decade in, you could probably charge more. You could definitely charge more and put a number beside your name and call it a day and just say, hey, this is what my experience gets you. This is how much it costs for that experience. So I would say, just figure out what that number is and just stand firm on it. I've seen a lot of guys try to jump out there and they're just not worth that amount. I've seen a lot of guys they've undercut themselves because they should be charging a lot more, but they don't know how to price it. So I would definitely feel it out, put a couple of numbers together, and then get to a good place. See how many gigs you want to book. If you hit that number based on how much you've put that you should charge. So I'm just throwing out a number there. If you say you want to get 24 gigs for the year and you're getting that at $1,200 per gig, then you've got a good number. You're doing decent. You should be able to go up to $1,300 the next year, and you'll probably have just about the same amount of gigs. If you wanted to price yourself up but do less amount of gigs, you're going to have to price it pretty big. You're going to probably do something like 17, 18, close to 2K, and then you'll start seeing you'll have less amount of gigs, but the ones you do get will probably pretty much be about the same amount of money as you would have made if you were only doing 24. Does that make sense? It's a whole calculated thing that I've got. I've gotten that in my head, and each year I sit down and I go over it, and it just kind of keeps me at a certain number of gigs. It's based on the number of gigs for me, and that's how I know how to charge. What else we got here? A couple more here, and then I'm probably get out of here for day one. Sig 310. Okay, cool. I'll check out check the Belkin out. Thank you. No problem. All right. So John, you are in the Mecca of DJs and weddings. It's hard for me to tell you a price up there. Those guys make an absurd amount of money doing what they do. It is also hard to be a solo op up there. Man, that's tough. I'm probably not the best person to answer that question. I'm probably not. I don't know the cost of living up there. I know it's way more than what it is here. So you'll probably have to charge, to even make ends meet. I imagine you couldn't leave your house for a wedding less than $1,700. I don't know. I have no idea. But I know there's some guys up there that don't leave the house for less than 3K. So you've got to understand, region is region. Region is region. So you be careful with that. Okay. Well, guys, it has been a great day back for first day. I really appreciate it. Everybody stopping in. I appreciate everybody coming on, and we're going to figure this thing out together. And this is just one of more to come. Also, we're going to do guests again. I've got some guests that I've been speaking to that would love to come on here and chop it up with me and you guys. So definitely be on the lookout for the guest. I'll definitely advertise for that. But make sure you turn on your notification bells. Make sure you like this video if you've got to leave, so that you'll know when I am putting out another invitation for you to join us on the live stream. And like crazy response aligns with my thinking. Thanks. Lots of competition. So just go. Okay, John Colin, you're on a good streak then. That's good. That's good. So yeah, this was fun, and we're gonna try to keep this thing rolling. I can't promise you that it'll be every single week, but I can promise that I'll come on here more than I have. I definitely will. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I just can't wait to get back, man. This felt really good. This felt really, really good. So we will see you soon, and yeah, keep your eyes open. Got a lot of stuff coming, man. Peace.